Good day, Secret Seekers. I'm Unsilent, and we're on the air with more Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords. It's episode 61 of the Sith Lords. Thanks for tuning in last time out. We escaped Onderon, left Isis, returned to Duxon, landed ourselves back aboard the Ebon Hawk. Had a chat with a few folks last time out. Of course, if you're watching on the playlist, you already know this. But if it's been a week, it's been a week since we talked to HK and Honhar and Visas. And I figured we'd have a chat with our boy Bao-Dur while we were in the neighborhood. He and Mandalore had a very tense conversation last time.
General, what is it?
Okay, yeah, that's different than usual. You seem distant. Is something wrong?
Traveling with the Mandalorians. It brings back too many memories. Don't worry about me. I won't cause any problems. But if Mandalore steps out of line, I'll put him out the airlock.
Well, that would be one way of handling it, but I think really that's call it BioWare. I think they've got some opinions on that one. At least one of their characters did. If you spent $5 at launch, let's face it. For all the outrage that we had, in Mass Effect 3, Javik might have been the least objectionable piece of DLC. Well, Citadel, second least objectionable piece of Mass Effect 3 DLC that we got. So, I don't think Mandalore's a threat to us.
You're too trusting, General. Was there something you wanted me for?
Man. He thinks I'm trusting. Wow. Do you have any shields I could use?
Sorry, General, I'm flat out. I'll see if I can make some more when I get a chance. Something else I can help you with?
Apparently not. Man, you never have any shields.
Yes, General?
Never have any shields. Remote's more talkative than you are. Honestly. Alright, let's see. You know, we really should close that access hatch, because it just goes up to the space. It's just not good. You two having a chat or a staring contest? Or what's the score over here? Let's talk to Goto first.
Yes. Is there something you wish to do for me?
Do for you? As considering I saved you, you should be more grateful.
The fact we are even having a conversation is gratitude. Usually, my conversations do not have the give and take that our current interaction does. And, of course, there is much more screaming on the part of the listener when the torture field is activated.
You ever compare notes with HK? I feel as though you two would get along famously.
You may speak.
Oh, you're kind. Let's see, where's basic operations? What capabilities does your droid possess? But, okay, so... Ooh, I want to talk about Revan after last episode. We may want to talk a bit more about Revan.
A common misconception not supported by facts. Revan did not intend to destroy the Republic. He deliberately left the infrastructure of many planets intact, and many military production facilities.
Yeah, but why? The hell was he up to then?
I believe that by whatever means he used to build his armada, he recognized that it was somehow a limited source, or that he was only willing to use it to a point. My prediction is that whatever production facility was being employed, it carried a price that Revan perceived as detrimental to the goals of the Sith. And that is why Revan left many military production facilities in the Republic intact.
So... I know the Star Forge was near a star. I don't know if it was sort of... kind of like Starkiller Base in that it would need to drain the energy of a sun to keep going. Possible. I don't remember that being in the lore, though. Well, at least what lore I remember reading, which was probably what was shoved in your face in the game. So, but why? Why wouldn't Revan wouldn't need to conquer anything else once the Republic was beaten?
That is what occupies my calculations as well. I believe that Revan saw a war on another front that we did not, or saw the value in keeping a strong military force.
Now, that is, I know I've talked about the Vong theory before when it comes to Revan. That is also something that has been floated for the Emperor as well, and how the Emperor used Thrawn, that's his name, was specifically concerned about extragalactic threats to the Empire, not to the galaxy as a whole, but to his Empire. There was a theory that it could have been the Vong that the Emperor was worried about, which should be interesting in both cases, considering, as I'm learning, the Vong don't really have a presence in the Force. So, could a Jedi detect the threat of the Vong if the Vong don't exist in the Force? Just one of those ponderances one can have. If it isn't necessarily relevant to this, but it is an interesting aside. Alright, do you know where Revan got his forces?
That is also a mystery to me. I do not have any evidence upon which to build an answer. It is significant that after the defeat of Malak, the forces decreased considerably, and after Revan's departure from known space, production ceased completely. It is my prediction that whatever was producing such forces needed a strong, effective leader to ensure its stability. Without Revan or Malak, there was no such figure left among the Sith.
Well, yes, we know how that actually ended, but you kind of plug away and think there, Goto. So what about Malak?
Unlike Revan, Malak demonstrated no concern for the future of the Republic in his attacks. His stratagems were painfully obvious, intending to crush all resistance everywhere. There was little thought beyond the complete destruction of anything that opposed him. He left quite a mess. I'm still trying to assess all the damage. Between the two, I would have preferred Revan rule the galaxy. He had foresight in his conquest, a subtlety that Malak did not possess.
Well, nobody's perfect, right?
I am willing to indulge some of your questions.
Just some? Let's see, what capabilities your droid possesses, and do you know anything about the... He won't answer this, at least not yet. He's already scolded us repeatedly about how to save the Republic. Do you know anything about the HK droid sent after me?
The assassin droids. I have encountered some, purchased the service of others.
Why are they hunting me?
Why, I asked them to. To be honest, I believe that was always their intention, but it seems their directive was dormant for some time.
Okay. Simple question, simple answer, even if it doesn't explain why they're trying to murder me still. Can't call the boys off, honestly.
If you mean produced, no, I do not. I do know that there are a surprising number scattered throughout the Republic fleet searching for you. What they will do now that you are found is easy to predict.
Yeah, okay, what are they doing in the Republic fleet?
They are masquerading as protocol droids. I have discovered that when they are used in negotiations, they have a predictable pattern of sabotaging whatever peace treaties they are involved with.
Well, everyone needs a hobby, but why doesn't the Republic know?
Because the Republic has no reason to investigate otherwise, and any discovery of their true purpose has been concealed by well-timed accidents.
Ah, yes, the good old accident, air quotes. Why haven't you acted on this info?
Because their behavior is predictable, of course. By monitoring their presence, I know which worlds will suffer civil wars, planetary conflicts, and Republic bombardment.
Well, that's just wonderful for you, and everyone else gets to suffer while you get to sit back and like, told you so, told you so, told you... Dickhead. So are they going to keep coming after me now that I'm shacked up with you?
Of course they are. They're droids with very specific protocols that, unless changed, will dictate their movements. Unless you shut them down at the source, they will be stalking you until you are captured or terminated. Why don't you ask their predecessor? That archaic, memory-impaired assassination droid will know more about his subsequent generations than I would.
Yes, we've had the chat. So, of course, you're the one that asked them to find me, and of course, magically, you can't seem to do jack about it. Useless ball.
You may speak.
Be more effective as a bowling ball, honestly. They probably they don't have bowling in Star Wars as far as I've seen. A lot of other shit, but not bowling yet. So what capabilities does your droid possess?
It has been assigned to guard and protect you. As such, it is well suited for a variety of tasks. It is skilled in intimidation, interrogation, and can provide a series of select skills that will make it an effective killing machine. For the most part, it will follow your orders, unless they conflict with mine.
Okay. And what if they do?
Then its proton core will detonate, turning this ship into space dust. There is no negotiation in this. I will not allow you to interfere with my operations and plans.
Okay. How about let's talk about skills? That sounds fairly unexplodey.
This unit comes with a droid scrambler that you may use against mechanized opponents to randomize their defensive and offensive protocols. Use it, and it will cause droids to wage a civil war in their programming, and they will turn on their allies. Its power source is not limitless, but it is enough. In addition, this unit comes equipped with a portable cloaking generator. It will allow it to enter places undetected in reconnaissance mode.
Okay. These can prove an asset. Good to have you standing with us. Floating with us.
How droll. What an amusing Jedi specimen you are.
Well, I try. Influence gain Goto. If we amuse him, we gain influence. Isn't that nice? Mandalore, my friend, how are you doing?
Nice ship you have here. Where did you get it?
Found it in junkyard, couple sectors over. Why'd you ask? But, let's see, it's hard to explain one thing after another, and we ended up with it.
Ah, so it's like that. I guess it would be better if less questions were asked about it then. Now, was there something else you needed?
Let's see. Let's not provoke him. If you were the leader of the Mandalorians, I would have thought you'd be tougher than you are. So wondering if you give me some stimulant? Sure, let's ask for some drugs.
I thought that the Force would be enough of a weapon for a Jedi like yourself. Need a little something extra to work up your courage in a fight?
I'll take any advantage I can get. Damn right.
That's a good position for a warrior to take. But even better if he relies completely on his own strength. Here you go. But don't get too attached to them. I only have time to make so many. Now, was there something else you needed?
Well, hey, you're doing better than Bao-Dur, so that's a start. What's your take on the Republic?
The Republic is a stagnant beast that had been killing its people for years before the wars began. Were it not for Revan's strength, the Republic would already be dead.
It's another person who's very complimentary of Revan, and how he held the galaxy together. You seemed awfully complimentary, Revan, considering they almost destroyed your people. You sure of that? You're defeated and the Republic is recovering. You seem awfully complimentary.
Only Revan was worthy of our respect. We swept through the Outer Rim without any opposition until Revan assumed command of the Republic forces. Only then did the battle turn. But as you know, only a handful of Jedi fought, while the others cowered in their halls, afraid to meet us head-on.
Now, they're, not exactly the fighting type. Still fancy themselves peacekeepers, after all. Jedi had the reasons for staying out of the war. Perhaps the Jedi thought the Mandalorians a threat, not worthy of their attention. It wasn't fear that kept the Jedi from fighting. Yeah, they're all kind of shitty. Let's go with one.
I'm sure there were good reasons. I'm not accusing you of being a coward. You commanded the Republic fleet that destroyed ours. You were a worthy opponent. Now, was there something else you needed?
Well, I guess I feel as though no matter what I said there, it was always going to lead back to that answer. Let's see, can you tell me about the Mandalorians? Can you do anything to help out? I don't understand that question or the purpose thereof, so maybe we'll ask, can you do anything to help out?
I am Mandalore, leader of the Mandalorians. I will help you fight your battles and plan your strategy. But I will not be your errand boy. Find some other lackey to do your bidding. Now, is there something else you needed?
Okay. Well, maybe you can tell me about the Mandalorians.
The Republic thinks my people are dead, scattered. They are wrong. You should have destroyed us when you had the chance. As long as one Mandalorian lives, we will survive. Our honor, fortunes, and lives revolve around battle. From our earliest history, this has been our way, as it will be always.
There's more to life than war and battles. Life is revolved around the same things. Can you tell me of Mandalorian history?
Our history and our ways are something we shield from outsiders. Only on the battlefield can you truly learn of someone.
Oh, that's interesting. Got the answers before, and that goes up to the top as opposed to stopping and waiting for me to pick something. It keeps talking. I like that. I wish it would do that more often. My life's revolved around the same things.
Which is one of the reasons I travel with you. It pleases me that you recognize the truth. The Mandalorian clans will be united. Then we will take back our place in the galaxy. But we live in times of action, and I've said enough for now. We can speak of this again later. Now, is there something else you needed?
Oh, I thought he was giving me the bum's rush. Alright, are you certain the clans will follow you?
We have suffered defeats before, but none like our defeat at Malachor. Our spirit may have faded, but it hasn't died. It will burn bright again, like a star in the heavens.
Why haven't the clans come together earlier? I don't see an army with you yet. Some Mandalorians don't seem to have the same spirit anymore. Yeah, some of them seem pretty meh.
The end of the Mandalorian Wars was something new and unknown to us. Revan fought us like a true warrior and defeated us on our own terms. Revan embodied our philosophy and showed us our own weaknesses. Then he exploited them. It was a painful lesson. With Mandalore dead, our weapons taken, and our pride destroyed, many lost their way. But I will change that.
Has anyone tried to do that before you? I'd like to help you. Don't want the Mandalorians to become powerful like that. I'd like to help you, just for shits and giggles.
I would appreciate your help. Many in the Republic look at the Mandalores as wild and violent killrath. Now, after many years, a new Mandalore has returned. We have a long tradition of honor in dealing with allies and those who provide us aid. It's a tradition that those we war against are quick to forget. I can tell you want to know more, but we can talk more later about this. Now, is there something else you needed?
Okay. Well, I mean, if he keeps wanting to talk about it later and talk about it later, we'll let him talk about this one later. Oh, we got an adrenal stamina. Well, that's handy. That's 3 down already, pretty quick in this episode. We can. Anybody see where T3 went? He doesn't know whether he's coming or going. Our little utility droid. Let's see, could you stop moving around? Do you know where the HK droid in the cargo bay came from? Did you know... Why the hell would we ask... I know why we'd ask that, yes. But did you know Mandalore? Could have gone Star Trek system on that one. 1 blink for yes, 2 blinks for no? Or is it the other way around? I know in South Park it was 1 blink for yes, 2 blinks for no. That episode was on a couple months back. Great episode. I have no idea why South Park would lampoon like the Captain Pike, space wheelchair, but hey, it's South Park. It's great. Once. What happened? Why doesn't he recognize you? He probably doesn't give a shit about the droids. That's why he doesn't recognize them. But what happened? Trouble happened. That's what happened. Of course I want to know. Okay. Of course I want to know. Now that we get the life story. He was left behind by who? We know, but... I'm surprised there's not an influence check or something in here, but he doesn't seem as talkative as HK. Well, obviously. His master... Sure, it didn't mean yours, and your master, but why? Of course, you know, T3 always talks in vaguities that can be summed up here, but... Oh, there's a holo record! Can we pass the influence check here? Maybe. We do have good influence with T3. I'd say that's a definitely. It's Canon 2 savored Revan. Stay to your eyeballs, mate. And I can understand why they don't go with any sound, because... oh, do you know what they... Oh, there's no sound! Okay, I was going to say it makes sense why they wouldn't go with sound, because Revan didn't have a voice actor. But, okay. Do you know what they said, then? I mean, I assume it's a negative. It looked like Revan needed Canderous. Oh, I was hoping he would be in frame there, but... And so, Canderous left and returned to Dux and Moon and started to gather his clan. So why didn't you show me this? I'm assuming it's the quite philosophical why. Why not? A glitch, alright. Yeah, thanks, I appreciate the trust. My little buddy there, so. Been through a lot together. Why doesn't he recognize you? I think I've already floated my theory about not giving a shit about the droids, so. Yeah, but not every droid is the same. Well, maybe they are to Mandalorian. Say, just making an observation. I can tell you, apart from the other droids, well, most of them. Yeah, alright. Maybe T3 doesn't have a sense of humor about that. So, let's take a look at what we have. Astrogation system. We've bugged them about that before. We keep getting more influence, so maybe... Ah! No, wait, we've been here before. You locked it. Why did you do that? And... Oh no, this is the... path that leads us to the Bastila hologram? Is it different? Is it the same one and the same one the person the hologram was talking about? But how did the Ebon Hawk come back from there if it was so dangerous, and why?
T3, you have been with us since Terrace. Without you, we would never have escaped that place. And for that, I thank you. I'm leaving this message inside you because I have seen glimpses of the future. And the bond that he and I share does not allow him to hide everything from me. More of his memories have returned, and they trouble him. He has remembered something. Something on the edge of the galaxy, and he believes that he must go there to end it. But I am afraid for him. Afraid that he may not return. I need you to be the beacon, T3. If he is lost out there, on the edge of the galaxy, if he finds whatever terrible thing he has seen, then he may not survive. If he doesn't make it back, then I need you to return to the Republic. Find help. If you cannot find me, then seek out other Jedi. The Republic... I can't lose him, even if he believes he is protecting me.
Yes, we've, seen that one before, so... So, yeah. I think we've, I don't I understand. Don't have anything for that. Let's see. I understand. I didn't think you kept messages like that. Alright, it's just now. Just trying to swing back around. So, routine maintenance time? So, let's see. I have upgraded some skills, so let's see if this goes well. Computer skills for sure. Maybe not the repair, but definitely computer. Hey, it worked! All done with the response package. Give it a spin. Hey, it's about time something came up Millhouse. So his junior repair skills, he's got +1 dexterity. He's better for shooting people. So that's what you want from your T3 droid. Well, I needed to concentrate. This is the thing where you blank out. Let's see. Can we do computer bit? I have put points into computers, so this might help. Now, maybe not. And if I just lead your connection to your photoreceptors, I'm sorry. We'll try again later. Maybe repair was where we need to go. Let's not waste any time then. Let's see if this one works. May not. I think that's a no. See, never heard that sound before. Yeah, I'll try again when I've trained my skills a little more. I'll give 500 experience points. That's not bad. It'll help us afford more repair skills. But of course, well, come in here, have a chat with my new apprentice, the Handmaiden. Of course, if you're just popping in and out of the series and hastily fast-forwarding through stuff, then you would have missed that the Handmaiden is now a Dark Jedi Guardian. Now, oh, we can't, oh yes we can. As we, Dark Jedi, Soldier 14 Dark Jedi Guardian. I don't even have a specialization! Now, this was something we had talked about. Oh! Do not have weapon proficiency lightsaber. Interesting. That, okay. Can I not do a level up from here? Can't change the party at this time. So can't do level up for the Handmaiden yet, so that's... I would have figured that that weapon proficiency lightsaber would have unlocked with the with it becoming a Jedi. You'd think just in your head logically, but hey, perhaps I'm wrong. No, not perhaps. Obviously, I'm wrong because obviously. All right. Hello.
Yes.
See, what are you doing? No, you can teach me some more fighting moves. No.
There is nothing more I can teach you.
That's any reason why I have to fight without clothes?
Duels among the Ichani are rituals, and it does not allow for armor or anything that restricts movement.
Just checking. It's a little cold on the ship.
Your modesty has no place in combat. Even the youngest of the Ichani understand this. You should as well.
Okay, can I ask you some questions, though?
You may ask.
Did Atris ever mention me? Why do you look different than your sisters? The reason you were called the last of the Handmaidens? Yeah, we kind of covered all of this, you know? Do you have a name? That was behind an influence check, right?
Before entering Atris's service, yes, I carried a name, as all the children of the Ichani do.
What was it?
It is not important. My title and rank is of consequence, not my name. I take value in Atris's service, not in myself.
Well... yeah, but do you still take value in Atris's service now? Now? Really? Now that you've broken your oath to her? Really? Just throwing that out there. You should take value in yourself as well.
We all have value in our oaths to others, and the promises we make. When we make that pledge, we are pledging ourselves to something greater. When importance is placed on the self, then by such acts the galaxy is unmade.
Come on now. I know. They only have so many lines recorded. Just from a practical sense. I realize why it's not there, but really, come on, Handmaiden. Honestly. There's some truth to what you say. Is that your judgment of me? Or making some comment about me? Making some comment about me turning from the Jedi Code?
Nothing except that which you have interpreted.
Oh, well. Maybe I'll go. That's bizarre. Hi, Honhar. So yeah, there's not a lot more there. We seem to follow the Handmaiden's path sort of to the end. Well, we can talk to Atten. Have a chat with him. Oh, look, there's Jungle out the front. Out the windows. Hello, you.
Something up?
What isn't? I got some... Oh, you want to do a good old game of Pazak just for fun?
Sounds good to me. I'll deal.
Never turns down a game of Pazak, does he? So, yeah, okay. The old trusty side deck. Yeah, this one usually works for me. Just play this. Oh, didn't get any minuses. Eee. Force his hand a bit. And this is different. Plays, yeah, just a little different than usual. Just because we don't have any minuses. So we gotta be aggressive on the pluses. You said it. Ooh, yeah, that's the problem. Is what are the chances you're gonna get a 10? Well, probably about 1 in 10. I mean, I could have played the 6, but on the turn before when I was at 13, I could have played the 6, I mean. That would have worked-ish, but 18, so I can just play the 2 and I'm fine. The problem is at least my 2 biggest side deck cards. It's not good. So we'll see what we get here. What are the chances of drawing the 1 in 100 is the chance of drawing the 2 10s in a row. Alright. Tie game coming down to the 5th and final set. Or 5th and final hand. Sets, they call it, yeah. It's 13. Oh, I can't win this one. Not from here. Because he's on 20. I was going to say, play the 6 and go home. No. We can't win it from here. And so we draw with... I was going to say we draw with a couple options, but let's see what we get. It has to be below a... Well, it has to be 7 or lower, so it has to be below an 8. And then we'll play the 4 and take the draw. So yeah, that's the best you can do in that situation, so... Okay, let's see what we get. That's not good. Alright, we gotta... Leaves too much room. Let's gotta play it. Take a chance. I know it's Senate rules, but we gotta hit this and hope for a 3. Yeah, it was never gonna. Yeah, play this. Play that too. If we're gonna bust big. What the hell, right?
Something up?
Some questions for you, sir.
All right. What did you want to know?
Oh, well, I guess it's what made you leave the Sith.
No, I don't think we're ready for that conversation yet.
Okay, never mind then. Influence checks everywhere. Well, I mean, yeah, you kind of gotta... It forces you to have a relationship with these people, right? So, unless you're with the handmaid, in which case you seem to have maxed it all out. All right. Oh, wait, hang on. I was gonna say Kreia, but before that, we want to take the crystal out of here. This is my lightsaber. So we can take the Dawn Crusher Crystal out. So we could just, oh yeah. And there's the before. And so we can put none. That's the, because I like to do the before and after. Now, whether there's any benefit to it or not, I don't know. I mean, after the fact for me to see it. Yeah, I mean, in real time when I can't really see it, I could always take, like, a picture or something. But,
You have grown strong in the Force. I can feel its mark upon you. Be warned. The highest of mysteries cannot be found by falling to the dark side. It is a quick path, and often a short one. But I sense a disquiet in you, an unrest. Such things will erode your strength.
well, I think that's a new start to a conversation with Kreia, now don't you think? Why do people on our journey trouble with me with these indignities, these fetching missions, this servant work? I'm anxious for the chance to test my power against something greater. There's no way to display my strength when the galaxy is filled with begging fools unable to solve their own problems. Ah, they all come back to the same thing. The thirst for testing my power against something greater, not fetch quests. These fetching missions. It's a little on the nose there, Obsidian. A little on the nose, but I do enjoy it. Let's ask the first one.
They sense the trappings of power and decision upon you. Their lives are static, trapped, and they see one who carries no such chains.
Interesting. This fetch and carry, this servant work is beneath me. They're fools in dealing with the most waste of time. We have more important things to do. In begging for aid, they show their weakness and deserve death. We have more important things to do.
Ah, then you have learnt nothing. From such small things, from such critical points, the universe and its masses may be moved. That is why you must be careful in all that you do, and in every choice you make. Aiding them gives you strength by taking on their challenges, but weakens them. If that is your choice, then use their dependency, feed upon it, until you have exhausted them. Then leave them. And I would view the ones you travel with much the same way.
A very butterfly effect thing like that, right? It's, if you've ever, played Until Dawn, which is a fantastic game for the PS4, and I do highly recommend, you can probably get it for under $20 and even less on sale. But, yeah, that's one of those games that I would say is highly recommended for anybody with a PS4 looking for a game, especially if you enjoy sort of like late 90s, early 2000s teen slasher flicks. It's so fantastically on the nose. Like, it's not on the nose. It takes all the familiar tropes and it just lovingly crafts a story in a game around those tropes and gives them a fun little twist that you don't see coming. And it's so awesome that way. I love Until Dawn. It's definitely one of my favorite games on the PS4. Is it my favorite game on the PS4? That's a tough call. But it's definitely right up there. Says the guy who's been playing, PS4 remasters of PS1 games fairly regularly lately too, but hey, so what the hell do I know? Okay, here's a good question to debate in the comments. So I've 100%ed the Spyro remaster thing. In terms of, I've gotten 100% or the maximum completion percentage for each individual game, even if I haven't gotten all the trophies for all the games. So if I've gotten 100% in the classic sense, but not in the modern sense, is it still 100%ing a game? Because I 100%ed it growing up, and I've 100%ed it again, but some of these damn stupid trophy quests are damn stupid. I'm not much of an achievement hunter, but I think I could pull this off because Spyro's right up my alley, so I'll probably do the same when Crash Team Racing Remaster comes out. Now, there was a game I could have gone pro in. If esports existed when I was growing up, I could have been a good hand at Crash Team Racing. I don't think I could do it now. I'm too old. And do you think my character in here has gray hair? Well, you've seen me in real life. Anyway, they're they are loyal companions, and I will not harm them. I will never abandon my friends in such a way. I do not turn on my allies like the Jedi turned on theirs during the wars. And I shall view you as disposable then. She probably wouldn't have a problem with 4, to be perfectly honest, but I do not turn on my allies like the Jedi turned on their own during the wars.
So you may think, but it will be best to strike first. Your allies are allies by circumstance, and they will not hesitate to do the same to you if you continue down your path. Do you know why those we meet display such weakness? As I said, their lives are static, untested. It is only through interaction, through decision and choice, through confrontation, physical or mental, that the Force can grow within you. You have seen it. You have felt it within you as you have traveled with me. The growing anger, the rage, and the power it brings. Yet the power does not build without such struggle. Through small cruelties, greater ones are born.
It's so interesting because they find a way to explain in the canon, in the story of the game, how you gain XP and gain power. What was the other thing? We were talking about this not too long ago, where they use a canonical, a story-driven explanation for mechanics of the game. It's a little thing, right? That, nobody really ever thinks of any other time, and yet here we are, and it's just bam, slap you in the face with, this is how this shit works. Don't think of it as a game. Think of it as the Force. I like it. I like it. It's a little touch, but it's a nice little touch. Anyway, I had other questions.
Ask, and I will answer.
Let's see. So, we've got quite a bit here. Let's start with the Dawn Crusher crystal, since I pulled that out.
That crystal is bonded to you. Through you, it acquires its character and strength, and through it, your power is enhanced. Should your power increase or your resolve change, speak to me again about this matter, and I will help you refocus your crystal. Is there something else you wished?
Oh, okay. See what you know of Visas' master. You don't seem to like the handmaiden. Why? Did you know Atris at all? Had questions about how Revan amassed such a huge force against the Republic. Did you know Revan? If the Council cast you out, how come Atris and none of the other Jedi Masters mentioned you? Not a question. We've gone over, it's all familiar ground, right? And it's just a matter of remembering what familiar ground I wasn't able to tread because of influence checks and the like. There, I talk about how the game tries to ungamify things, I'm regamifying things. Let's see. Did you know Revan? I know we've gotten stonewalled there.
Perhaps. I think it is fair to say that few did.
I'm pretty sure I haven't gotten that far before. Let's see, where did Revan come from?
Revan had a mother and father, parents, ancestors, like all Jedi do. And when he awakened to his potential, I was there to see it. But where he was born, where he came from, I do not know, any more than I know where he walks now. Some said that Revan was born in the outer regions, beyond the Rim, and that's what called to him during the Mandalorian Wars. And after, it was the call of home.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Because it flies in the face of the theory that, Revan was, or not the theory, but so much as Bastille saying, okay, he went out to seek out this danger that exists on the edge of the galaxy. Unless his home was beyond the galaxy. Dun dun dun! No, it doesn't. What else do you know of Revan?
I know more, but it may not be enough for the answers you seek.
What caused Revan to fall to turn on the Republic, then?
Fall? Already you presume much. You were there at Malachor. Revan's choices were always his own. It was not teaching or circumstance or example, it was him.
But Revan was a monster, eh? Then what made him turn to the dark side, become a Sith Lord?
Is that what he was? Or was he always true to himself, no matter what personality he wore? And there is something that the Council may never understand, that perhaps Revan never fell. The difference between a fall and a sacrifice is sometimes difficult, but I feel that Revan understood that difference more than anyone knew. The galaxy would have fallen if Revan had not gone to war. Perhaps he became the Dark Lord out of necessity, to prevent a greater evil. I do not believe the Jedi Council changed Revan, as they claimed. They merely stripped away the surface and allowed the true self to emerge again, someone who was willing to wage war to save others. But that is my belief, since I knew Revan from long ago, as a master knows their apprentice.
Hang on. You trained him?
He came to me, yes, both before and after. Before Revan knew himself. And after, in the times when Revan was coming to his own and learning he was more than he had been told. At one time, Revan was my Padawan, in times past, long ago. But Revan, when he had learned all he could, had other masters, that fool Jar and other Jedi on other planets. He learned from each. But in the end, he turned back to me. When he realized there was nothing more to be learned from the Jedi except how one could leave them forever.
And, okay, so then what was Revan like as a student?
Revan was power. It was like staring into the heart of the Force. Even then you could see the Jedi he would slay etched on his soul.
Well, that's comforting. What do you see when you look at me?
You are different. When I look at you, it is like staring at the death of the Force.
Oh, thanks. That makes me feel so warm and fuzzy on the inside, Kreia. Thanks. God damn. But again, from a game perspective, you could understand why they go with that. I was like, what do you see on me? Well, you could make any goddamn decision. I'm not making about 15,000 voice lines for one question. Perfectly understandable. What else do you know of Revan to kind of get all that?
I know more.
Yeah, okay, we did get...
Ask, and I will answer.
They'd always go that way. So, what you know of Visas' master? You don't seem to like the Handmaiden. We've done the Jedi Sith thing a few times. Let's see. If the Council cast you out, yeah, we've asked that one. Have we really gotten all the way with this Visas' homeworld since we've talked to her about it? No, yeah, we have. What do you know of Visas' master, anyway?
He, if he can truly be called a man any longer, is one of the Dark Lords that pursues you. I do not think he knows what you are. Not yet. He spared the Miraluka, and that may have been the last shred of feeling that exists within him. Keep his slave close to you. I suspect there was a reason he spared her, and perhaps a reason that she survived when the rest of her people and the Jedi did not.
And that is something that we have kind of been trying to figure out between last and this episode. And do you have any idea why he spared her? We're trying to figure that one out.
Perhaps he is bound to her, as I am bound to you. If so, there may be a death served by hers. You must be prepared to sacrifice the blinded one. Perhaps her death will buy you the time you need to deal with her master.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. How did you destroy her homeworld? Like, technical details here, please.
It is a technique that is almost as old as the Sith themselves. It is a means of severing connections between life, the Force, and feeding upon the death it causes. It cannot be taught. It can only be gained through instinct, through experiencing its effects firsthand.
That experiencing it firsthand, so it's like somebody did this and he survived sort of thing. He is no longer a man.
One cannot have power of that magnitude that her master possesses and still think and perceive the universe as we do, as most of us do. I had hoped that you would not have to confront him, but her presence here has changed all that. You will have to meet him in battle. You must be prepared to sacrifice the blinded one. Perhaps her death will buy you the time you need to deal with her master.
She's really hammering that home.
Ask, and I will answer.
Okay, so... You seem to like the Handmaiden. We keep coming back to this one every now and then.
There are countless reasons, and I have neither the time nor the patience to list them all.
Well. Yeah. Is that... Let's see. She's offered to help us, so I'll show her the same respect I show you.
Do you think to turn her from Atris's will? If so, I hope your arrogance will prove true in time. But I will abide her presence. She may have her uses.
Didn't I just turn her from Atris? It's like, okay, yeah, I know. Steve, there's only so many times you can... So many different lines you can record for so many different circumstances, but yes, anyway. Why do you say that?
Because Atris is a threat. And as much as she would try to use us against you, so may we use her servants against her. Do not see every enemy as an enemy. See them instead as an ally, whether they realize it or not. This situation may yet work to our advantage.
Okay. Agreed, we need every tool we can get if Atris tries anything.
Good. That is the most to be done until events unfold, as I'm sure they will in time.
Okay. Something like we're doing with Vaklu and Tobin on Onderon.
Ask, and I will answer.
Think we're okay at the moment. Oh, net light side shift. Damn. We've just everything. Just everything. XP, dark side, light side, gain and lost. Just everything. Literally not what I wanted to do was shift upwards. Like, are we gonna have to, like, you know, slaughter some younglings to try and get that back? So I get the feeling that's, like, you know, roughly where we gotta get to. At the rate we're bloody going. Anyway, I think that's a good place for us to leave off since I think we've chatted with everyone. Some people more talkative than others, but we've gotten through everyone in this episode. So, who would have thought that our more interesting conversation would be these two, and like, these ones, well, no, Cryo's a pretty good conversation. Just sort of everyone on this top sphere, or top half is, pretty, oh well. But yeah, so we've got one planet. Well, yeah, I was gonna say we could go look at the map, but we've only got the one planet left to go. I don't know if next time out we want to pick up some side quests or something. Maybe when I take off from here, maybe if I take off from here, it'll, you know, say, hey, this is the story, you're going here now, or maybe you should go to Korriban or something like that, right? It'll sort itself out in the next episode, or I'll sort it out in the next episode, I guess. We'll find this out next time on Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords. But until then, I'm Unsilent. Thanks very much for joining me. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new. Share on social media. Follow on social media. The social media handle is Unsilent on air, and that's for Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr. Don't forget you can check out more KOTOR 2 in the playlist. It's on the screen, in the description down below, and more videos anytime on the channel page. And until the next time, I'm Unsilent. Thanks very much for joining me. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.